Hey guys, this is Neil with Catalyst Machine Works, and I want to give you some updates on the split canopy that we've been working on for the Merica frame. So this guy is going to replace this canopy here, or not replace rather, but it's another option. I mean, let's face it, the GoPro, especially the newest one, the Session 5, it just has some better video capability than the split. But you do have to strap a 70, 80 gram, I can't remember exactly, heavy ass box brick on the top of your quad. And this is a racing quad, so it kind of, I don't know, it's kind of sacrilegious, but if you want to get good quality, the best quality, you're going to have to run a GoPro. But if you want to get very, decent HD and you still want to be aerodynamically efficient and lightweight, you run a split. I think in races a lot of people are going to be using these. Alright, so the changes that we made. This print, we did some design changes. I added these little bars here to the baffles that surround the lens to help with structural, integrity and crashes. And then I noticed there's quite a bit of electronics that have to fit under this canopy. So I had to raise these legs up by 2 millimeters to allow me to fit what I consider to be a worst case scenario flight controller. So what I've got in here is the Omnibus. If you've ever used one of these, you realize that it's really thick. There's a lot of components and whatnot. So I wanted to make sure that the height of this was tall enough that whatever flight controller you're going to choose is not going to hit the bottom of that split. And so that's what we have here. You can see that there's plenty of room to get to all of the connections in here for USB, Bluetooth, obviously the USB on the flight controller. On this side, there are some little holes that you can reach the 2 little buttons on the split for the mode. And then these are to adjust the camera angle. With this setup, you can get anywhere from, I don't know what that is, maybe 15 degrees all the way up to like 80 degrees, somewhere around that range, whatever that is. That's pretty extreme. Okay, it's got excellent lens protection for your camera. It's not going to hit the lens. Of course, I got to get it in the air and make sure that these shrouds are not getting into the view of the camera. I'm going to have to do some testing there, so we'll have to find out, and I'll have to adjust the design as needed. But that's where it sits right now. What I'm considering, another thing I'm considering here is, as you can see in this video, that I'm using little plastic standoffs to separate the 2 boards, but I'm considering using those little anti-vibration 6 millimeter long M3 rubber standoffs. Okay, so you'd have, if you have a board like this Omnibus that doesn't have anti-vibration, at least you would have it built in here. So I think that'd be a good feature. I'm really seriously considering that. But so that's where it is now. Looks pretty sweet. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to fly it. And actually, tomorrow morning I intend to mount this thing on the bird and go fly it. And then I'll finalize the design, and we will begin printing this thing for production run.